honestly, I can't imagine having to run a summit now without Content Snare because it just makes it all so much easier. I am Krista. I run a company called Summit in a Box where I help other business owners plan and launch profitable online summits. When I went to run my first summit, I found myself with a list of about 20 speakers and needing a way to get the same information from every single one of them really easily. And, I have a background in working with clients, and I know how tough it is and how annoying it can be to have to get content from even one person, let alone 20. So I really wanted a way to make that a lot easier on myself, my team, and my speakers, not just us. Feeling like I'm bugging them every time I have to send a reminder email. And I hate doing that. And I hate doing it on the spot as well, because then my emotions kind of play into it, where like, if I'm kind of frustrated, it's really hard to write an email that doesn't sound frustrated. So like the follow-up that came with it, and then just feeling like it shouldn't be as hard as it seemed to be. My first idea was, I'll just outsource this to a team member. Then it's not my problem and I don't have to worry about it. It's just done. But then I honestly feel bad for the team member for having to deal with it for as many speakers as I have for my summit. So we looked into some other options, collecting it all via email was that first thing we did, but sorting through email threads is just such a waste of time for everybody. So I pretty much kind of crossed that idea out pretty quickly. I also looked at Google Forms. Honestly, I just don't really like the way those look. I wanted something a little bit prettier. When I did first find Content Snare, I was actually kind of skeptical. Like, can it really make this pretty painful process easy? Like, will that actually work? So I was kind of skeptical, but I was like, this is worth it. If what they're telling me this tool does actually works, heck yes, I will jump into this. And I did. And I think once I got in, it was so easy to set up. They have really easy step-by-step tutorials to get you started. They have templates to make sure you can get started easily, like built-in email scripts that you can use and tweak. So all of that was so easy. It worked perfectly. And honestly, I can't imagine having to run a summit now without Content Snare because it just makes it all so much easier. About a week before my due date for all my speakers, I had a task in my calendar that said follow up with your speakers. So I went and I looked, I was like, oh, I have a whole bunch of stuff already from them because Content Snare took care of the follow-up for me. They didn't run into any questions throughout the process, so they just uploaded their information without even having to touch base with me. Half of it was already done, and I could see that the next reminder email was going out a couple days later, so I wasn't gonna have to worry about anything. So that is when the heavens opened up and I realized how incredible this tool was. Just the amount of time it saved for me and my team. I would guess that it saved us about 90% of the time we would have otherwise spent. And then another thing that's been really cool is that my speakers tell me how smooth and easy my process is compared to other summits, because Content Snare does it all for me. I take the credit, but I shouldn't. I should be like, well, it's Content Snare doing this, because it makes the process so easy. Give it a try because you have nothing to lose and a lot of frustration to save in this follow-up. If you're used to having to chase down your clients, speakers, whatever that looks like try Content Snare because it will do all of that for you and save you so much time and stress and headaches.